News, views, voices of the global Indian community. India abroad.
It's really, really sad that even though we've progressed so much in the world and technology's gone so far, there's still war, there's still children who are homeless, there's still people, who are absolutely, uprooted from their environments or just absolutely so underprivileged or born in such bad situations and circumstances that the basic needs are not we are not being able to fulfill for people. Whereas we have wars that go on for trillions of thousands of dollars, and you know what I mean, trillions of dollars are spent in that, and it just doesn't make sense. So I think all of us, if we can just get together and do our little bit to help those children, because there's no fault of theirs that they're born into a world that kind of we all are responsible for creating.
Absolutely. How does cry fit into that?
Well, I mean, it goes out there, it goes on ground, it goes and it looks after um, uh, uh, kind of focuses on what are the groups, what are the children, who are the people who are in need, find them, give them great opportunities in terms of shelter, education, nutrition, healthcare, education, protection. So all that they take care of, and they're on ground looking at people who need that kind of help, and are deserving of it. So, and that hats off to, that's why a good NGO is a good NGO, and CRY is a very, very good NGO. It's been there for 2 decades now in America, but it's been there for much longer than that in India. And so it's the 20th anniversary. And the whole team kind of reached out to me and they said, you did such a splendid job on our 10th anniversary, where we raised a decent amount of money. And I said, why would it be great if you could come? And I just felt, looking at what the whole environment is around the world right now, and what the situation is, with so many images that are absolutely heart-wrenching, that come up onto your feed every single day of people being displaced and, homeless or losing their families or famines or starvation and, the whole sex trafficking and all that that's happening and so much abuse going on for children. I said, can't be a better time to do it.
Girl children in India face numerous challenges: child marriage, a lack of education beyond a certain grade that still happens, child labor, etc. How do you believe the organization helps lift girls out of those types of situations and into independent and able to take care not only of themselves but of their families as well?
They have a lot of people on ground who work tirelessly every single day and go to see what situations are happening in areas where stuff things like child labor or prostitution or things like that take place, and kind of zero in onto victims like that and help them and rehabilitate them. So that's what I think is the journey. But it's not just in India. It is a problem of the world. And I think we as adults have a responsibility towards children, because children deserve to grow up in a protected environment. Children have to feel like children. Children have to imagine like children. Children have to feel freedom of a child. They have to feel the security and the love of a child. They're sponges. They have to be given the best of energies. Yeah, and I think that's where we come in, and we have to make that difference.
Absolutely. You have two daughters, and I suspect that your daughters are going to be fine. But would you say the same for the daughters of your domestic help? Does India also afford them the same sorts of opportunities to excel?
I think a far greater respect now in India, the way it's developed, for the girl child,
Mhm.
okay, especially a girl child, to get proper education, to get the proper thing. So there's a lot of development I have seen in the last 10 to 12 years that has happened in India, which has happened in a very positive manner. I think the people who have been working towards that kind of an awareness, especially a foundation like Cry, uh, it's made their lives, would have made their lives much easier,
Absolutely.
to get things done also. So I see a lot of positives that are happening there in terms of my staff. If you talk about them, I think they all have been able to give their children very, very good educations and very, very good schools. They've been able to put, because education is not that expensive.
Right.
Up to at least secondary school. After that, but even when you go into a university in India, it's uh, not as expensive as it is anywhere else in the world, but you're getting a good education.
Right.
You're not getting a phenomenal education, I wouldn't say, in terms of maybe your English won't be that great or whatever, but you'll be able to do the math, you'll know the science, and you will know, the geography, and you'll know the geopolitics around the world, and you will definitely be able to make rational and good decisions for yourself. And I feel that's a good education in a way. So I think on that level, I'm very proud. Before, people wouldn't even send their children to school or would drop them out after 8th or 9th grade or 10th grade. This would happen maybe a decade or 2 decades ago in India, which was a very common feature, and people wouldn't pay it that much heed or attention. But I think the educated lot of our generation of parents have given that focus to the children, focus more on their children. Our way of bringing up our children has been very, very different. The environment that we are bringing up children in today, which is a very, very different environment from what we grew up in terms of technology, in terms of, just self-awareness, and the kind of information that person has access to is extremely different. So the world has changed a lot.
Absolutely.
Education systems will also change. Yeah.
Two more questions for you, and I'll let you go. What are your fundraising goals for Cry America's galas? You're going to be attending 6 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want at least $200,000 from each event.
Okay.
So we should hit more than 1 million.
Well, fantastic. Final question. What new projects are you working on, and when do we next get to see you on the screen again?
Well, I mean, I just finished a film which was released recently called Crack. It was an action film. And there is a film of mine that's going to be coming out, which is Punjab 95. There's a film with Aparna Sen and Konkana Sen called The Rapist. There is 2 films with Abbas Mastan that are going to release now. I'm right now shooting for a web series for Netflix called Rana Naidu. And yeah, so there's quite a bit on my plate, a lot of other projects, the projects even which I'm producing. So yeah, and the work front, it keeps me busy.
Fantastic. Well, happy
Yeah.
chatting with you. Take
Same
good.
here.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye.
Take care.
See you soon.